When you watch some videos on a food TV channel or a YouTube channel that interests you, or go to a restaurant or watch one of those books with colorful recipes presented so beautifully, you often wonder, boy, these people are so good at their work. They are presenting the food so well. They seem to be so nice. I don't think I could ever be able to do food as good as these people have made. Is it necessary for foods to be visually appealing at all? And if it is not necessary, well and good for daily consumption, maybe we could do without any visual appeal. Or if we think that visual appeal is still important on daily foods as well, are there some skills that we can easily pick up? And when do we say enough is enough? Let's make a 10-minute investment. Can we pick up some quick skills in the next few 10 minutes or so? Just remember, everybody is a human being. Whoever is there on the other side of the channel that you have watched, they are human beings just like you and me. They are just different. Maybe we can pick up some skills, and here is one. So watch out. So how important is visual appeal to food? When you look at nature, nature provides for this naturally for food that is consumed, and also if you notice, it is on the physical relationships between the opposite sexes for perpetuation. So that means if something is visually more appealing to you, you are more attracted towards it and you are going to enjoy the consumption of that. If there is a gourmet recipe that is provided on the table in a high-end restaurant, it may be visually appealing to you, but does it stimulate the digestive juices or not is a different element. For you to consume the food for the sake of health, it is necessary that the food is fresh foremost. So do ensure that food is fresh. I can give you an example to prove the point. If there is a beautiful white ceramic plate on which a moderately ripe banana is kept, and another beautiful ceramic white plate, there is an overripe banana with black dark spots, probably a few dark patches as well, soft to touch. This banana, which is overripe, is extremely good from a nutrition point of view. But then which one are you likely to pick up? This one attracts you more, right? So visual appearance is definitely important, and it is necessary that the foods are appealing to you. What happens when the food presentation is very good? You are getting hungrier and you are aspiring towards eating, consuming and enjoying the food. That's when the digestive systems get activated. Be it the saliva in the mouth, or be it the acids in the stomach, or all the other kinds of chemicals and alkalines and whatnot that work in the intestines, all these things will get activated when you are more tempted towards eating the food. Therefore, even from a health point of view, not only from an enjoyment point of view, it is necessary that the food is presented well. How can you achieve that the food is presented well, that is visually appealing and healthy? I will take you through 4 simple aspects of this. The first one is the freshness of the food. I consider this as on the top of everything. If there is food that is visually appealing in all other aspects, but if it is not really fresh, then it is not real food. Many of the pictures you will be surprised, videos and pictures that you see on food, some of them are actually not even food. These are rubber, plastic or other kinds of artificial elements that are added to make that product look good. This is especially true in the case of product photography on food. All those sparkling soda bottles, for example, the drops of water that you see, they are not actually water at all. So anything that you want to consume, do ensure that the food is fresh. That is extremely important. A hot food is supposed to look and feel hot so that you are tempted to eat that. That is the first aspect. The second aspect is food styling. What is food styling? Food styling is those extra items that you add to the food to make it more interesting. Now this works in two different ways. One, visually it adds an element to it so that it is more attractive for you to eat, but also nutritionally sometimes they add more value. Take the example of garnishing with some green leaves. Many times you will see either mint or coriander is added on the top as a garnish. These items, coriander especially, has so many important nutrients that even if you consume in a small quantity, it adds to your health in a big way. So you could do that very easily. That is one aspect of styling. In some cases, a coating is provided. For example, taking cocoa and honey, some kind of a paste is made and that is coated on the top of another sweet item. So all these are aspects of food styling. So food styling is something you can definitely adopt to the extent you can. That is one aspect. The third aspect is food arrangement. How you present the food to the consumer also makes a difference to how the recipient is taking the food. I might randomly put all the items that I want to serve on the plate, or I might pick and choose how I present them. It is not out of the place for you to understand. Hopefully you will recollect that in different cultures, different parts of the world, people arrange the same foods in different order. That is their culture. But there could be some science to it as to how they could visually be more appealing to you. Typically, in the South Indian food, for example, where we are mostly rice eaters, the rice is in the middle, the large portion, whereas all the curries and all the other condiments are around the rice. Similarly, if you take the Western food, you will have salad plate, the big one in the front, and then other condiments to the main item. And when you arrange these other elements, all the condiments that you are going to put on the table, which one goes first, which one goes next is also part of the food arrangement. You can try and see the importance of color matching, color contrast, texture, pattern, all these things to make the whole food more presentable. This is called as food arrangement. It's an important science. Chefs use it in 5-star restaurants very religiously. They are taught which one has to go where. Where should the fork go? Where should the spoon go? Where should the soup be? Where should the dessert be? And so on. So this is all food arrangement. And the fourth element, which again cannot be ignored at all, is the serving plate or the serving bowl, or whatever you may choose to present it on. How well that is used also makes a difference to the visual appeal. A typical example, if you want to take a look at some of the pictures, is a Japanese bento box. Japanese bento box is a simple executive lunch that is carried by people to their schools or offices. But there is a science to it, there is a certain culture, certain practice associated with the Japanese into how the bento box is arranged. They are arranged so beautifully that there is a visual element to the entire aspect. Where does your fruits go? The orange color fruits. Where does your green items go? Where does yellow placed items go? Where is the liquid kind of a thing or the semi-solid kind of a thing? So there is a beautiful arrangement of the bento boxes. It is a subject in itself. That's one beautiful example of how important it is for you to understand on what kind of bowl or plate your food is being served. So if you pay attention to the freshness of the food styling, the food arrangement, and the serving plate or the bowl or the box that is used to serve the food, I think you would have achieved the importance of serving the food in a visually appealing manner. So if I have been able to hold you for so long, I hope I was able to explain the importance of visual appeal to food, to what extent you could go and what is the minimum level that you should try to aspire to achieve in any case. If you want to pick up some individual skills starting with cutting the fresh produce, vegetables and fruits in a certain artistic fashion, that is up to you. If you want to pick up some skills on how to layer the foods on top of each other in a big glass, that is again up to you. You can go to any extent. There are plenty of videos to watch and learn from nowadays. So I suggest that try to pick up your skills in whichever area that is of interest to you, at least for one weekend meal, and all other meals try to consciously pay attention to these 4 elements that I have discussed, and you would do well for yourself and others. Thank you very much guys. It's an important time for you, I know. Thank you for watching the video until the end. Have a nice day or evening, whatever is left. And hold on, before you do that, please click on the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Bye bye.